Have you ever wondered how some of the world's most successful organizations navigate through the turbulence of change and uncertainty to emerge at the forefront of innovation? What if I told you that the secret lies in their leadership approach? Rise and shine, leaders. This is Glen Guyton, keynote speaker and workplace trainer. It's time for your executive coffee break. I got my beverage in hand, just water. Hope you have yours too. They say you can't choose your family, but you can choose your workplace culture and your beverage. Leadership matters, so you might as well get good at it. So let's talk about agility in the workplace. Now, this isn't the type of agility we think about when we're talking about the Olympics that's coming up pretty soon here in Paris, France. No, we're talking about workplace agility. So how did this all begin? Let's step back for a moment and explore the roots of Agile methodologies. Originating in the software development industry, did you know that? In the early 2000s, Agile was a response to the limitations of traditional project management approaches, which were often too rigid and linear for the dynamic nature of software projects. The Agile Manifesto, yeah, that's what they called it, the Agile Manifesto, published in 2001 by a group of forward-thinking software developers, emphasized values like individuals and interactions over processes and tools, working software over comprehensive documentation, and customer collaboration over contract negotiation, and responding to change over following a plan. And so it was flexible, agile, flexibility. That is what the workplace needed, and that is where this concept came from. And so if you think about it, coming out of the industrial revolutions, factories and just rigid processes, IBM, you probably remember that commercial from Apple that was kind of like in this dystopian world. What was it? Like the 1984 George Orwell type of world. And Apple came in and the man with the hammer came and broke through all of the rigidness. That's what Agile does. It breaks through all of that rigidness that sometimes plagues many organizations, and that was the culture that we had for many years. But this revolutionary approach rapidly transcended the boundaries of software development, offering a blueprint for leaders in any sector to foster environments of innovation, responsiveness, and continuous improvement. Now, I'm not always a fan of taking certain tools and trying to switch industries with them. When I was in the Air Force, I was part of these action workout Tiger teams. You may have heard of those things that were really good in maintenance type functions, in assembly line type functions. But my colonel at the time wanted to take the action workout process. You know, that's how long I've been doing this action workout, dimming, continuous process improvement. He wanted to take the Tiger team concept and move it to white collar processes, administrative paperwork. This is back in the day when we had paper. You know, you had to actually send paper to different places, and you had these envelopes that you had to send all around places. It wasn't electronic. So he wanted to use those same processes. And I'm not sure it worked really well, but I think Agile is flexible. That's the beauty of it, right? It's designed to be more customer focused. It's designed to drive collaboration, and it's not just about the tools, but it's about the interaction, which is great. And I think it fits the upcoming changes in our labor force. So Agile and adapting it across different industries. As Agile principles spread across industries, leaders began to see the value in applying these concepts beyond project management. And I love me some project management. I'm a project manager. I love it. But again, we want flexibility. The essence of Agile leaders is creating a culture creating a culture where adaptability and flexibility are not just encouraged, but ingrained in the ways that the team operates. And so it's about shifting from a command and control leadership style to one that empowers teams to take ownership, experiment, and learn from their successes and failures. So experiment is the key word. You need some experimentation in the workplace. People need to be able to try new things. People need to be willing to fail. You have to let your people fail. You have to give them enough rope to try different things and not just hold everything so tight. Don't hold the reins so tightly. Give them ownership, some stake in whatever you are working at, whatever project. And that's really the key. Some leaders, some of you leaders, maybe not you all that's listening to me today, but some leaders just hold on so tightly and their people are afraid. So you never get anything beyond the limitations of the fear of the leader. People aren't willing to risk anything. And I've been a part of too many organizations like that where the leader is so controlling. And I think because they're insecure, they don't want anybody to outshine them. They know that they aren't competent, and so they don't empower their workers to lead and be effective. We need to empower our teams, especially when it comes to the area of customer service. So if you're in an industry that's customer facing, banks, healthcare, the hospitality management, you want your people to be able to solve problems without you, without having to come to you, and you want them to be able to do that quickly because the customer is right there. And so you need to let them practice these skills. If you do everything, they'll never learn. So imagine a workplace that thrives on collaboration where teams are aligned with whose needs? The customer needs, and empowered to make decisions quickly. Healthcare, hospitality industry, travel industry. This is the power of agile leadership. Creating spaces that are resilient to change, because stuff is going to change, driven by innovation, and dedicated to continuous learning. And so your people will build up their muscles in an agile workplace. They'll learn how to do these things better. They'll collaborate with one another. They'll share their learnings, and the organization will grow. So here's a real world scenario, real world application I want you to think about. Consider the transformation of a healthcare organization that applied agile principles to improve patient care and operational efficacy. By breaking down silos and fostering cross-functional teams, I should say, and sometimes functional teams can have their own culture, right? So cross-functional teams, they were able to rapidly prototype new patient services, experimentation, leading to significant improvements in patient satisfaction and operational cost savings. Silos are deadly. They are deadly. Silos are deadly. Even real world silos, because they shoot missiles out of them. But silos are deadly. You isolate the teams, and one team doesn't know what the other team is doing, and you create these isolated cultures, and no one can grow and thrive because people can't contribute effectively. They don't have the information. They don't have the skills. They don't have the trust that's needed to grow and to innovate and to thrive. And so it's important that we apply these agile principles. So if you're the top dog, the top boss or whatever, make sure that your other leaders are applying these principles. Break down those silos. Cross-functional teams have so much value. Why do we have these silos anyway? I mean, because it goes back to it's just a throwback in time. Like, this is my group, this is my team. No, we're all one team. We may have different functions, but we are all one team. We're all here to achieve our goals, our ends, if we're part of one organization. So you have to drive that home. So my challenge for you today, leaders, is identify one process within your team or organization that could benefit from a more agile approach. Experiment with applying agile principles and observe the impact on team dynamics and outcomes. Share your story with me. I'd love to hear what you're doing. Good agile, bad agile, whatever's going on, please share. Drop something in the comments to chat. Please, I would love to hear. So share your story with us, and let's inspire each other to lead more adaptably, right? That's what we want to adapt. We want to be agile. We want to be quick on our feet. We need to be quick thinkers, and we have to respond to this crazy, crazy changing uh, workforce, and it's going to change. I did a video a little while back about politics. It's going to impact us. I don't care who you're voting for. This election is going to have a significant change on how we do business. Some people are going to be really, really happy. Some people are going to be really sad, and most of us are just going to be like, why? But regardless, there will be some changes coming, as it does in every election cycle. And this may be a little bit more disruptive. So your teams have to be prepared for that. You're going to have more polarizations that you have to deal with. So be ready to adapt. New laws. Whoever is president may change laws. So be ready for those things. So look at your organization now. You're going to have to be agile. It's not an option. You're going to have to do it. And you're going to have to really listen to your customers. You're going to have to get your people up to speed so that they can respond to these changes quickly. So as we close, and I definitely want to hear from you, but let's not forget the strength and perseverance that it takes to lead with empathy and inclusivity. Better leaders get better results. So to every one of you leading the charge for a more supportive and engaging workplace, I leave you with this. Stay bold, stay inspired, and remember that your actions today shape the culture of tomorrow. I'm Glen Guyton. You have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day.